Imagine this: a young single father, worn down by life, kneels on a dimly lit living room floor, holding his little girl's tiny hands. She stares at him with wide, hopeful eyes, but she cannot speak. She hasn't spoken since the day she was born. The world has been cruel, labeling her as mute, but to her father, she is everything. "We'll find a way, sweetheart," he whispers, his voice breaking. "I'll teach you. I promise." That moment, with trembling fingers and a heart bursting with determination, he begins teaching her the first signs of language. Neither of them knows that this simple act of love will lead to a truth so unbelievable it will change not just their lives, but an empire's future. Ethan was only 28, yet life had made him look older. Once a skilled carpenter, he lost everything when the company he worked for shut down. His wife had abandoned him years earlier, unable to cope with raising a child who couldn't speak. Left with little Lily, his mute daughter, Ethan became both mother and father, protector and teacher, even when he had nothing left to give. They lived in a tiny one-room apartment, where every meal was stretched, every bill was a battle. But there was one thing: Ethan never let his daughter go without love. Every night after work, when his hands were sore from odd jobs, he would sit down with Lily and practice. He had borrowed a torn book on sign language from the library. Slowly, patiently, he taught her words with his hands: love, food, daddy, happy. And each time her little fingers copied him, her smile lit up the room like a spark in the darkness. It was in those moments Ethan felt rich, richer than any man alive. But fate wasn't finished testing them. One rainy evening, Ethan was fired from his cleaning job for being late. He had rushed home when Lily's school called, saying other kids had mocked her silence. He couldn't bear seeing his daughter hurt. He walked home that night in despair, holding her hand. "We'll be okay," he signed and whispered, though inside, he had no idea how. Then came the day everything changed. At the public library, where Ethan often took Lily to read, an elegant old man in a tailored suit watched them from afar. Ethan didn't notice him; he was too busy helping Lily spell out a story with her hands, encouraging her every step. The man's eyes filled with tears as he saw the girl's face. She looked so familiar, hauntingly so. He left quietly that day, but something stirred inside him. A week later, a black car pulled up outside Ethan's apartment. The same man stepped out. His name was Victor Heir, a billionaire known for his cold, untouchable demeanor. Rumors said he had lost his only granddaughter in a mysterious disappearance years ago, and his family had never been the same. Standing at Ethan's door, he looked at Lily and gasped, nearly falling to his knees. Her eyes, those bright, innocent eyes, were the same as his late daughter's. It can't be," he whispered. Ethan was startled. "Sir, can I help you?" he asked warily. But Lily ran up and signed, "Hello." The billionaire's lips trembled. Tears streamed down his face. I think she's mine," he stammered. Ethan's chest tightened. What was this man saying? In the days that followed, secrets unraveled like a thread pulled loose. Years ago, Victor's daughter, Lily's mother, had been disowned when she chose to marry Ethan, a poor carpenter. She disappeared, pregnant, and never returned. Ethan never knew her family was searching, never knew that Lily was the lost heir to one of the greatest fortunes in the world. He had only known love, struggle, and sacrifice. Victor demanded DNA tests, lawyers, and proof. But when the truth came back undeniable, Lily was indeed his granddaughter, the billionaire's world cracked open. He wanted her in his mansion, his life, his future. Yet Ethan's heart shattered. He feared losing his little girl, the only reason he kept breathing. The battle between wealth and love began. Victor tried to tempt Ethan with money, offering him millions to step aside. But Ethan refused. She doesn't need your fortune, he said, holding Lily close. She needs her father. She needs love. But Lily, wise beyond her years, did something unexpected. With her tiny hands, she signed to both men, family. Together. Her silent plea broke through years of pain and pride. For the first time, Victor saw not just an heir, but a child longing for love. And Ethan realized that maybe, just maybe, Lily didn't have to choose between them. So, they tried. Slowly, painfully, the billionaire and the struggling father found common ground. Ethan stayed by Lily's side, raising her with the same love as always, while Victor gave her opportunities she never could have dreamed of: therapy, schooling, a future. Together, they became a strange but beautiful family. Years later, when Lily stood on a stage, speaking her first words after years of therapy, the crowd erupted in applause. She looked at her father, then at her grandfather, and said, "Thank you." Just 2 words, but they carried the weight of 1,000 prayers answered. Ethan cried openly, and Victor held his hand.